See, I had not been to Monticello, much before. I had been to Monticello with Jason a handful of times, like that summer, meeting his family and going to the lake, his family's lake house, and then Rich's house. But I didn't know Monticello, the area. I didn't know like how to get to and from Monticello on my own. Like I didn't know where Rich's house was in relationship to like a gas station or like a police station or like I didn't know anybody who lived there or like Troy Budrow's house on the lake. Like I had no idea like frame of reference like where I was or anything. And I'm very spatially oriented and I'm very good with maps and all that stuff. So I mean I had no idea. There were like all these big beautiful houses and like cornfields. Like I had no clue where I was. And like I kept wanting to run and scream, but like I didn't know where to run. I didn't know if anybody would hear me scream. I mean, these are lake homes. So like my logic was kicking in. I'm like, people aren't necessarily in their homes at that time because not everybody actually lived in those homes. A lot of those homes are just temporary for, summertime or, seasonal, even if they're the large ones. So I was just totally freaking out. And like, he eventually manipulated me and coerced me to get in the house and, things happened. I wish I would have been able to run. There were things that were stopping me from doing that. He wound up drugging me and raping me that night. And then over a course of, we were there for over an hour. So then we wound up going to the football game. Yeah. So we eventually did wind up at the football game. And we get back to the football game. We hardly speak at all the whole time from Monticello to Benton Central High School. We got there and he sat with all of his friends, all of his guy friends. And there were a handful of girls that were in my class and that were my friends when I went to Benton Central. So I sat with them and all the guys were like yelling and hooting and hollering and like giving him a high five and all this stuff. And my one friend looked at me and she's like, "Did you have sex?" And I was like, "No." And she's like, "Michelle, they're all saying you did." And I'm like, and I could kind of like see and hear them yelling and high-fiving out of the corner of my eye, but I was like freaked out. I was frozen. I was freaked out. I didn't know what to say or do. I wanted to find the police, but I didn't know how to do that because I had to like pass him and his friends to do that. And I was just frozen. Like I had I have not had many incidents in my life where I have been frozen like that.